This is a completely new type of video on my channel. So, I think the D&D creator, or the people who are currently working on it, or I have no idea who fucking makes it, but they sometimes make unearthed arcanas. Currently they are making them quite often. This is one I have not seen anything of beforehand. I've read through part of it, and I think my reactions are relatively funny. So I'll be reading through it and kind of my first impressions of it. Unearthed Arcana, Bard and Paladin. This document provides playtest options for the Bard and the Paladin. This is playtest content. The material in this article is presented for playtesting and to spark your imagination. These game mechanics are in a draft form, usable in your campaign, but not refined to a final game design and editing. They aren't officially part of the game and aren't permitted in D&D Adventure League events. Who cares? Sorry, D&D Adventure League, but so far I've played once there and really it didn't seem to have anything that... Well, I don't think you can really make a big adventure with a lot of character moments and... Well, that's basically what I play D&D for. If we decide to make this material official, it'll be refined based on your feedback, and then it will appear in a D&D book. So, I've heard other people say that this probably means that a new D&D book is coming pretty soon, which is always interesting. Bardic College. At 3rd level, a Bard gains the Bardic College feature. Here's a playtest option for that feature, the School of Eloquence. Eloquence? I don't know. It's a weird word. College of Eloquence. Adherents of the College of Eloquence master the art of oratory. Persuasion is regarded as a high art, and well-reasoned, well-spoken arguments often prove more powerful than objective truth. Basically, what you want for this is you want to be persuasive and deceptive. You want to be able to tell the biggest lies and just... You want to be able to convince people of what you're saying, no matter if it's true or not. And I love it. I love that flavor. This seems to be a extremely roleplay heavy bard. And bards are already roleplay heavy, but this might be a bard that's could be very kingly, actually, or advisory, or less of the horny bard and more of the, I guess, smart bard kind of. Not as much smart bard, but more convincing bard. Later interruption. This could be a very old man bard, or an old storyteller. A man who seems to have a lot of knowledge of the world, and who just gets people to listen to him. Or her, or... These bards wield a blend of logic and theatrical wordplay, winning over skeptics and detractors with logical arguments, and plucking heartstrings to appeal to the emotions of an entire audience. The first ability you get at 3rd level, Universal Speech. You have gained the ability to speak and reason with any creature. As a bonus action, you can expend one or more uses of your Bardic Inspiration. When you do so, roll your Bardic Inspiration die and choose a number of creatures within 60 feet of you that you can see that's equal to the roll. For 10 minutes, the chosen creatures can magically understand you, regardless of the language you speak, and you have advantage on charisma checks made to influence them. This feature works even on a creature that doesn't speak any language. This is so many spells in one. This is very powerful. Just let's start off with, you can give yourself advantage on charisma checks at the use of an inspiration die. That's great, and it can affect multiple people as well. Secondly, this is the Tongues spell, which is a 3rd level spell that allows you to talk to other people. Now, this is a limited amount of people, but an amount rolled on your inspiration die is not bad. Alright, you can't talk to a crowd with it, but a small conversation with a small amount of people, you can do that. It's great for that. And what really makes this amazing to me, this feature works even on a creature that doesn't speak any language. This would include beasts, or monstrosities, or any other thing. Plants, technically, at least plant monsters are creatures. So would this also work as talk to plants? Because I would say, if I would DM this, I would say yes, you can use this to talk to plants. Of course, the problem with plants is, how much do plants really know? But this is, to me, this reads as a lot of spells in one ability, allowing you to kind of skip on a couple of spells that you might want to pick up but don't want to use your spells known for. Which is perfect because you want those spells, especially as a conversation bard, and now you don't have to waste spells known on spells that you kind of require for this type of bard. I love it! It's really cool and it really allows you some great stuff. Just, oh no, we ran into some drow and nobody can speak to them. But here was the bard and he can just communicate with them and... oh, I love it, I love it, I love it. Great potential. It's not overpowered, but it has amazing potential. And as well, just advantage on charisma checks. That is pretty powerful. Depending on the DM, of course, but yeah, that can really make or break things. The second ability that you also gain at 3rd level, Soothing Words. You can now cast Calm Emotions without expending a spell slot. You can use this feature a number of times equal to your charisma modifier. You'll gain all expended uses of this feature when you finish a long rest. Calm Emotions is quite a good spell. You can use it to either rip the charm off your friends, so if they are charmed or something, you can remove that, or you can use it to kind of stop people charging at you. Yeah, just look the spell up, Charm Emotions. You can remove frightened or charmed from someone, or you can make someone indifferent towards you if they were aggressive and were going to attack you. And against it, it's a charisma save, which is very often one of the worst ones. The only worst save that there is an intelligence save, but yeah, charisma save is definitely a good one to go for. So once again, this allows you to really kind of turn a combat encounter into a conversation. You can stop the people rushing at you from wanting to attack you, and then you can use universal speech to always be able to talk to them. At 6th level, you gain Undeniable Logic. You can spin words laced with magic into a knot of reasoning that can be encouraging or impossible to follow. As a bonus action, you can expend one of your uses of Bardic Inspiration. When you do so, choose a creature you can see within 60 feet of you that can hear you. Then roll your Bardic Inspiration die and choose one of the following. The creature takes psychic damage equal to the number you rolled on the Bardic Inspiration die, and the creature must succeed on an intelligence saving throw against your spell save DC or have disadvantage on the next saving throw it makes before the end of your next turn. Remember how I just said that intelligence is the worst saving throw? Now you can target that as well as a bard! And psychic damage is also always a bloody nightmare. And the nice one of this also is, it's a bonus action and it's not a spell, so you can cast this first, make them do an intelligence saving throw, which they probably fail, and when they fail that, you can then as your action cast a spell, like say Banishment, and they have disadvantage on that save. And the other option is, because this was only one of the options, the creature regains hit points equal to the number you roll on the Bardic Inspiration die, and the creature has advantage on the next saving throw it makes before the end of your next turn. Okay, so this is basically this is a better version of Healing Words, except that it uses your Inspiration die, which at level 6 returned on a short rest, and it gives them advantage against the save. That's a damn good combination of things. Of course, you don't know when a save is going to come, or it can be hard to see that coming, but That's a damn fine ability. And at level 14, so this is a pretty high ability which you probably won't get a lot of the time, but you might, and then you do want it to be something cool. When a creature adds one of your Bardic Inspiration dice to its ability checks, attack roll, or saving throw, and the roll fails, the creature can keep the Bardic Inspiration die? Holy fuck! That is basically the big problem always with Inspiration die. You might feel like you might waste them if you give them to someone. They might roll them, and it still doesn't get there, and this allows them to keep it. Holy shit! And there's no limit on this, this is just every time. Oh god, this is amazing! This makes Bardic Inspiration die so much more useful, and they already were useful, but now they really feel more useful. You can't waste them, it doesn't feel like you can waste them, and that's amazing, because this is not, let me be clear, this is not what I think very overpowered, because it really doesn't add a lot more power. Instead it just makes something that might feel like it lost its use, like you lost the use of it with no effect. Now it will always have effect. Oh god, this is amazing. And it's the first part of it. In addition, when a creature adds one of your Bardic Inspiration die to its ability check, attack roll or saving throw, and the roll succeeds, you can use your reaction to encourage a different creature, other than yourself, that can hear you within 60 feet of you, giving it a Bardic Inspiration die without expending any of your Bardic Inspiration uses? Okay, that's a free Bardic Inspiration use, almost. You can use this reaction a number of times equal to your Charisma modifier, minimum of once, and you regain all expended uses when you finish a long rest. So at level 14, this basically gives you 5 extra Bardic Inspiration uses per day that you can give out when someone succeeds with the use of a Bardic Inspiration die you gave them. And those Bardic Inspiration die, they can't fail. You can run out of time on them, but I think they last 10 minutes. But in combat this means that you can just, if someone uses it and they succeed with it, then you can then immediately as a reaction inspire someone else. Holy fuck, this is awesome! I love it! Honest to god, this Bardic College, it seems the best, I don't know if it's the best, but I love the flavor of it. I love the talkative bard. I probably couldn't do it because I'm not very good at talking, at least I don't really think I am, but holy shit, this makes me want to play a bard, because this looks awesome. And that was just a bard. Let's take a look what the paladin has. At 3rd level, a paladin gains the Sacred Oath feature. This is a playtest option for that feature, the Oath of Heroism. Oath of Heroism. The Oath of Heroism is an affirmation of a destined path, one laid out for you by divine hands. For whatever reason, a god of a group of gods has included you in their machinations. You are not a reluctant hero, but one who fully embraces the idea that great deeds are yours to achieve. You train diligently, sculpting your body and refining your skills so that you're ready when destiny calls. So basically this is, do you want to feel like the main character? Because this is kind of that. Though, it doesn't have to be the main character, you have a role to play. Doesn't mean you have the big role. Your role might be to help someone and die in the process. So, it's not by definition bad, as player you have to remember, this is a group game. Do not want to be the main character. There is no main character. So yeah, I like the idea, but it might be an idea that with the wrong player might become unhelpful. Tenets of Heroism. The tenets of the Oath of Heroism reflect a paladin's commitment to fulfilling their calling as a hero worthy of legend. Actions over words. Strive to be known by deeds, not words. Basically, don't pick up the persuasion proficiency because you're not the talking person, you're the person who hit someone very hard. Well, not the person who hit something very hard, but you do by deeds, not by words, so don't try to talk your way out of problem, face the problem. Challenges are but tests. Every hardship serves to challenge your abilities and harden your resolve. Basically more of, go on an adventure, you idiot! Embrace destiny. You didn't choose this path, but it's yours to walk, and it will carry you into legend. Basically more, go on adventure, you asshole! Hone the body. Like raw stone, your body must be worked so its potential can be realized. Basically, you got to be jacked, boy. Or at least you need to be well trained. You can be... It's one of those ideas that I really enjoy seeing. Just a dex paladin. Oath spells. You gain oath spells at the paladin level listed in the Oath of Heroism spell table. See the Sacred Oath class feature for how oath spell works. Basically, these are some extra spells you get that don't cost you... Is it spell attunement slots, preparation slots, whatever. The spells that you can have prepared each day. At 3rd level, you get the 1st level spells Expeditious Retreat, which means that you can run faster. This is both running away from something or running towards something. It allows you to dash as a bonus action. And Guiding Bolt. Oh god, Guiding Bolt is terrifying. Now you can just throw a bolt of holy magic at someone and then run up to them and hit them with advantage. You do not want to give the paladin advantage, and now the paladin can give himself advantage. Goody! Enhance ability. Really fitting with that hone the body. You can make yourself better at something. I like it. Or you can make someone else better at something. Also like it. Enthrall. This is basically the... You can literally enthrall someone. You make them look at you and they can't do anything else. Which is a weird spell, and I don't directly see a lot of uses for it because it doesn't really work in combat as they have advantage on the save, but yeah, it's definitely something, it's interesting. At 9th level you gain Haste, which is a very useful spell to cast on the paladin, and now the paladin can cast it on himself. Goody! And of course they also have probably a +3 or a +4 to their con save because of their protection aura thingy. And protection from energy, which is... I mean, I guess it's kind of useful for a frontline fighter. You do have to make con saves whenever you're hit still, but... Like I said, Paladin probably relatively good con saves. 13th level, 4th level spells, Compulsion, and Freedom of Movement. Basically more spells of you can keep doing the stuff you're doing and you can make other people kind of work. You can get them to do what you want them to do. This really looks like a great loner kind of paladin. He can really keep himself going, so I guess it would be a relatively good class if you want to play the game kind of on your own. Just one player, one DM, and you have a paladin hero who literally has the Oath of Heroism. And at 17th level, the 5th level spells, Commune and Conjure Volley. Conjure Volley is just, I throw a projectile at you, now there is a barrage of projectiles coming towards you, make a dex save instead of me trying to hit you, just try to dodge this. And Commune allows you to ask questions to your god, which I guess does make a lot of save for a paladin whose entire thing is just, you have a divine path and now you can actually ask what the gods want you to do. So those were the bloody spells, let's move on to the actual abilities. Channel Divinity, the 3rd level ability. You gain the following 2 Channel Divinity options. See the Sacred Oath class feature for how the Channel Divinity work. Peerless Athlete. You can use your Channel Divinity to augment your athleticism with Divine Fervor. As a bonus action, you gain advantage on all strength, athletic and dexterity acrobatics checks for the next 10 minutes. Basically, do you want to look awesome for a bit, or, not get grabbed in combat or something? Use this. It's not bad, but kind of underwhelming. It really helps you more just kind of in a competition where you roll against the other character and less. It's not as much combat focused. And the other option is Legendary Strike. You can use your channel divinity as a bonus action to guide your attacks. For 1 minute, your weapon attacks score a critical hit on a 19 and a 20. Okay. That is quite good. Oh shit. This is really good. This is the fighter ability, but they get it permanently while you have to use your channel divinity for it. But paladins are brutal on criticals, and now they have twice the ability to crit. Because in a critical, all the damage dice are doubled. This also means that all the smite damage dice are doubled, which is why paladins are terrifying on crits, and now you can crit more. And combine it with guiding bolt, and now you can advantage and crit on 10% of all your attacks. Holy shit, this is terrifying! Mighty Deed, the 7th level Oath of Heroism feature. Your actions on the battlefield can supernaturally bolster your allies and demoralize your enemies. Whenever you score a critical hit, which you can do twice as much as any other character with your channel divinity, or reduce a creature to 0 hit points, you can choose one or more creatures that you can see within 30 feet of you, up to a number equal to your charisma modifier, minimum of 1 creature. All the chosen creatures are affected by one of the following effects of your choice. The creature gains temporary hit points equal to 1d6 plus your charisma modifier, or the creature must succeed on a wisdom saving throw against your spell save DC or be frightened of you until the start of your next turn. This gives you some useful battlefield control, or it allows you to keep your allies fighting. That's quite useful, because you're good at hitting things, you're good at reducing them to lower amounts of health or dropping them, or in this case critting on them. And now you can use that as well to kind of bolster your allies, or make it so that the enemies can't hurt your allies as easily. The 15th level Oath of Heroism feature, Glorious Defense, 15th level, that's very fucking high. Don't know how many games actually get to that point. Your Blessed Glory on the battlefield can misdirect an attack. When a creature you can see hits you with an attack roll, you can use your reaction to gain a bonus to AC against that attack, potentially causing it to miss you. The bonus equals your charisma modifier, minimum of 1. If the attack misses, you can make one weapon attack against the attacker as part of this redirection. This is kind of like the ability that you can get from the Defensive Duelist feature, except that you use your charisma modifier instead of your proficiency bonus, which probably makes it worse. But you can also strike against them if it misses, which is a bit better. Still slightly underwhelming. It's a minute boost to your defense, but don't know how often it would really help. Then again, you can do this every turn, which is relatively good. And the 20th level Oath of Heroism feature. The capstone ability, the thing that you'll probably never ever get to use. But it tends to be, at least for paladins, quite good. Living Myth. You can now empower yourself with the legends, whether true or exaggerated, told of your great deeds. As a bonus action, you gain the following benefits for 10 minutes. You are blessed with otherworldly comeliness? I have no idea what that is. It's not comeliness, it's comeliness. Comeliness? I have no idea. Gaining advantage on all charisma checks. Do you really want to use your once a day amazing thing on gaining advantage on charisma checks? I mean, I liked it really in the Bard thing, but that was a lower level ability that from 5th level you would be able to use multiple times a day, or just, it wasn't your once a day thing, it was something you could do multiple times a day. Yeah, not really that useful, I think. Once on each of your turns, when you make a weapon attack and miss, you can cause that attack to hit instead. Okay, that is quite powerful. You can just decide that your attack is going to hit. You'll never be able to hit this thing, it has an AC of 40. Alright, I miss, I decide that I hit instead. that's quite good. If you fail a saving throw, you can use your reaction to succeed instead. Alright, those two abilities are actually quite powerful. You can decide to hit, and you can decide to use your reaction to succeed on a saving throw instead. This is a once per turn legendary resistance. I mean, it eats away your reaction, but saving throws can fuck you up real bad, and you can just decide to succeed. That is quite amazing. And of course, like any capstone ability for the paladin, once you use this feature, you can't use it again until you finish a long rest. So yeah, Oath of Heroism. I think it's quite powerful and it sounds kind of interesting, but it doesn't speak to me in any specific way. Then again, paladins kind of don't in general, but yeah, this one, it's very good, and I think it can easily compete with the other oaths. It's just that it doesn't speak to me extremely well. I don't personally like it very much. The College of Eloquence, however, is very interesting to me. That thing looks bloody amazing. That looks like such a great roleplay bard. Able to speak to any creature by using your inspiration die, gaining advantage on charisma checks against them, the ability to cast Calm Emotions multiple times a day for practically free, the ability to help others make saves and basically better healing words for inspiration die, or the inverse, making enemies make an intelligence saving throw, which is always great, take psychic damage and have disadvantage on a save, and the holy shit infectious inspiration ability that allows you to never waste an inspiration and give more inspiration than any other bard can. Holy fuck, that looks fucking awesome. So yeah, I fucking adore this bard, and the paladin is not bad. So yeah, I hope this was interesting. I hope this was maybe funny or interesting how stupid I reacted. This has been Phoenix, saying farewell.